Within the past century, society's perception has adapted over time, primarily due to several traumatic events that have taken place and significantly altered our ability to embrace and celebrate our individuality. Factors such as the government and big pharmaceutical companies becoming the norm in Western lifestyles have contributed to a critical lack of access to whole, nutrient dense foods. As a result, our own ecosystem, our body, faces the highest risk of developing chronic diseases. Additionally, this situation is linked to the rising incidence of autoimmune diseases, which I believe can be viewed as the aftermath of unhealed trauma, especially when examining what occurs when our body physiologically experiences trauma from a both neurological, gastroenterological, and cellular perspectives. I make it my mission to continue my research in this area to help break the cycle of generational trauma, with a keen focus on the principles of epigenetics. Welcome to Puzzling Minds Podcast. It's your host, Michael Maddox, certified health and wellness coach and self-published author. Before we jump into today's episode, let me give you a little recap on this last month for me. All right. So I have been developing and rebranding recently within the past couple months. Or as a result, I have been rebranding my newsletters. I used to consistently do newsletters every month, a little bit last year until a little falling out. However, I want to get back into them because I enjoy writing them. As a result of my rebranding and certification, I have updated my services. So check out my new website, nurturingrootscoaching.com, to see my new services that I offer for one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching. I also updated my pricing when it comes to new clients. So for new clients, I do offer a free 1-hour coaching session. Also, I have mentioned my new book coming out this year, Trauma's Web. I expect it to wanting to release it on June 5th. I am in the finalization of editing that, and I might want to see if I can make sure it makes sense for you readers. And I finally would like to mention, because even the small wins to lead up to the big achievements, I have devoted myself to reconfigure my relationship with my physical well-being. Therefore, I have been working out 3 to 4 times a week for about an hour to an hour and a half. I have been feeling really amazing towards that, and I wanted to share, because let's remember that going to do a thing that you committed yourself to feels really good when you achieve it. And it feels really affirming when we say it out loud. And a lot of us don't make time for gratitude, and I want to remind you to take a second and think about a small achievement that you've achieved for yourself, as well as rewarded yourself from achieving that. All right. In today's episode, as we embrace the month of February, I have decided to dedicate this love month to sharing tips and tricks for enhancing your relational well-being. What does this entail exactly? It focuses on nurturing your relationship with yourself, strengthening bonds with your inner circle, and connecting with your community. For today's exercise, find a comfortable spot to relax. If necessary, feel free to revisit this exercise when you have more time if you are currently busy doing something else. Now, close your eyes and take several deep breaths. Picture your childhood door in front of you. What does it look like? Visualize its color and texture. Grasp the handle, but refrain from opening it yet. Simply just focus on feeling the handle. Is it a traditional handle or a knob? As you pay attention, you notice the sound of a child crying. What feelings emerging within you? How do you wish to support this child? Slowly open the door and find your younger self crying, feeling unloved and neglected. Take a moment to offer comfort to your younger self. In what ways would you show them love and compassion? How would you reassure them that there's no darkness, only light? When you are ready, let's take a few more deep breaths. And open your eyes and come back. I hope you all enjoyed that. But pause and go back and do it at your own pace if you wish. Before we dive in, let's take a moment to assess our current position on the wellness scale. On a scale from 1 to 10, which 1 represents low wellness and 10 signifies high wellness, where would you place yourself when considering the following questions? How frequently do you engage with your relational well-being? Do you make time for your self-compassion or express daily gratitude? Do you wish to reach out to your family and friends? Ultimately, do you carve out time and space for yourself or others when there's a need for connection? Or do you tend to push through the challenges? In 2020, I took a self-compassion quiz, which is created by Kristen Neff, which is available on her website. This experience helped me lay the groundwork for understanding and nurturing my relationship with myself, as well as assessing the level of commitment I devoted to it. Recently, I had taken the quiz again, and what I had noticed was a drastic increase in what I had prior during my first few months of my self-care journey. About a year later, I genuinely grasped what that experience was like. My therapist at the time suggested something simple: treating myself out to lunch. We had previously explored the intricacies of social anxiety, particularly my fear of eating in public. I often imagined everyone in a room staring at me, scrutinizing my actions. However, over time, that fear began to diminish. Today, I realized that my fear stemmed from the past trauma that kept me from truly connecting with myself. When you endure trauma from an abusive relationship, whether from a parent or a partner, a constant fear of walking on eggshells clouded our thoughts. Even in the presence of unfamiliar people, doubts linger. Building trust in such relationships, particularly during adolescence, leaves a lasting impression on the psyche, a topic I explored in my previous episode about the complexities of epigenetics. When we begin to engage in self-reflection, we gradually shape our identity and clarify our core purpose. As a solid foundation takes shape, our reliance on therapy diminishes. Speaking from personal experience, I used to feel anxious if I went a week without a therapy appointment. However, I can now confidently say that I've learned to apply the insights gained on my journey since 2020, and I no longer feel the need for a therapist. I can navigate challenges independently without external guidance. For those currently in therapy, you might experience a disconnect within yourself. While therapy can serve as a valuable check-in, remember the goal is for your therapist to empower you to ultimately support yourself. In the upcoming episodes this month, I will guide you through the depths of these topics. We will explore how to heal from grief after experiencing a loss and examine the various forms that loss can take. Additionally, I will share insights on developing core values to uphold for yourself and how to navigate any imbalance that may arise when entering a new relationship. For tonight's homework, please complete the self-compassion quiz by Kristen F. I would really like for you guys to engage in becoming more within yourself, accepting your authenticity. Then treat yourself out to lunch at a physical location, whether that's at a restaurant or a park, and take this time for yourself. Okay? Make whatever you want to make, order whatever you want to order, just take yourself out to lunch and be in the moment. Enjoy the sense of independence during this moment that you are receiving. Once you return home, I'd like you to either journal about your experience or jot down some key feelings and display them somewhere visible. Maybe at an office or your table, or at your mirror in your bathroom, or on your kitchen fridge. Just put it somewhere. Engaging in this exercise will enhance your self-compassion, boost your confidence in maintaining independence, and cultivate a sense of gratitude. As such, it's essential to cultivate a strong sense of self before determining who deserves a place in your life. Individuals often experience positive changes as they embark on this journey. Eventually, they will review their connections and reflect on how each person contributes purpose or value to their lives. These are all important questions to consider as you embark on your healing journey. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode, a little crash course, to see how this month will play out when it comes to our episodes. I always like to continue editing my work and be able to elongate these episodes eventually, get more in depth. So if you guys have any questions, please reach out. Please give me feedback. I really appreciate it. Before we conclude for the day, I would like to remind those interested in adopting a healthier lifestyle and achieving consistency in their health and wellness goals about my specialized one-on-one coaching services. I provide support for individuals navigating the healing process of trauma, addressing nutritional needs, or seeking daily balance, for instance. If you are struggling with feelings of inadequacy and wish to embrace holistic practices and mindfulness exercises throughout your program, my coaching can greatly enhance your overall well-being, fostering stability and resilience. I will give you the tips and tricks on how to be in this mindset that I even had to learn for myself over the past almost 5 years now. So if you start now, you could be here a lot quicker than I am because I'm here to be your coach. Visit nurturingrootscoaching.com to schedule a complimentary 1-hour consultation for new clients. Thank you so much for listening to this new episode of Puzzling Minds Podcast. It's your host, Michael Maddox, signing off.